So, yesterday, I finished the Shatter Me series. And you know how everyone always talks about the mourning period? Well, I haven't had the mourning period in a while now, and it's hitting hard. It's hitting real hard. I just finished Ignite Me yesterday. That is all I did. I literally just read Ignite Me the entire day. Read like 300 pages yesterday. It's like a lot for me because I usually don't read. I haven't read in a while, and I just can't. If you haven't read Shatter Me, like you need to. This is the third one in a trilogy. Shatter Me is the first, then there's a novella called Destroy Me, then we have Unravel Me, then Fracture Me, then what is this called? What did I just say this was called? Ignite Me. Let me just, go over my emotions for this particular book. So if you haven't read the book, spoiler section is going to be starting now, so stop, go read, just sit there and read the entire day. I don't care, just read it. Your life will change. Okay? It's about just go. Personally, Unravel Me was my least favorite, I think, in the series because there wasn't that much Warner action going on in that book. Oh my god, I just love Warner. I can't handle how much I actually am in love with him. There's just, and I hate Adam. Like, I liked him a lot in Shatter Me. I really did. But then in Unravel Me, I just couldn't do it. And after reading Destroy Me, from Warner's perspective, I was like, okay, you are perfect. So yesterday, after I read the book, when I was obsessing over it and reading articles and going on to hear Mafi's Twitter and Tumblr and everything like that, I came over a thing and it said that she had said at the, right before it got released, that there was never a love triangle. That just makes me so happy to know, just because, you have the stress in you the entire time that she is going to pick Adam and Warner and her will not be together, and that I couldn't handle that. I don't know what I would have done if that happened. This was a great way to end this series. Like, there's just no words for, I'm sorry, I'm not being very articulate right now. This book is like my baby. I love it. To a point of, like, unhealthiness. So, like, it starts off with her, it's like 3 days after Unravel Me ended, and she's with Warner, and just all the scenes with Warner, I just can't even, like, he just loves her so much. And I actually hated Adam in this book, which I'm totally fine with. Because I never really had a reason to hate him. I just didn't want to be with him. And now this book, like, gave me a solid reason. He's, like, power maniac guy who just wants to, like, be able to control, like, quiet girls. And Juliet's not quiet anymore, and he can't handle that. He can't handle that she's changed. But Warner can. Warner can do anything, okay? So, Warner by far was my favorite character, but I also loved that Juliet, like, finally found, like, she was her reason to live. Like, she put herself first in this book. There was absolutely no cross outs in the entire book, meaning, like, she's come so far from Shatter Me. Like, she's grown. She wants to be the head of the revolution. Like, she's gonna lead the people. She doesn't need a guy, just coincidentally that there is one, conveniently. But she wouldn't need one if there wasn't. Okay, to be her own person, she's okay with being alone, going independent. And I like that she controlled her, like, she could, like, that the touching thing was not even an issue in this book. Like, okay, when Adam put Kenji's hand in her hand, I was gone. I gasped. I was like, if she hadn't subconsciously turned off her lethal power thing, I just couldn't even. Kenji is by far overall one of my favorite characters ever. He is the funniest guy ever. I feel like I'm just babbling, but Kenji I loved. There wasn't that much of James in it, and I kind of missed him and his little innocence, but the little parts with him are nice. Some things that I really liked, other than that, were chapters 55, 56, and 58. Those were some quality right there. I was very happy with that. Just, you saw so many different sides of Warner in this, and like him crying with his mom when his mom died, and like there was just a whole lot of tension too. I don't even know where this review is going. I absolutely am in love with the way Tahereh Mafi writes. Even though it's like really simple and a really quick read, it's like works with your brain, you know? That doesn't make sense. She has so many cool concepts in there, and like about like the way she like describes people as sentences, and like were quotation marks inverted upside down, like how she says like talks about words and sentences and stuff. That's so cool. I want to do a whole separate video on the quotes that I liked from this book, but overall this is just beautiful. There's no words. I just can't. There's nothing negative I have to say about this book. I can't. Just Warner and Kenji, basically. Kenji, I just can't even. Kenji is like the best friend. Like, I want him as my best friend. Like, when they're sitting on the rooftop and they go up there and they're talking and they're looking at the stars and he's being all honest with her and he's like, cut the crap. And she like opens up and they're just like so tight, and I want to be like that with Kenji. It's just, they are such great friends, and he is so funny and honest and doesn't take her funny business. He gets straight to the point. He's just so funny, but then they also show the sensitive side of him and how he doesn't always want to be funny. He doesn't always want to have to be that person for people. Like, he just wants to break down sometimes, but he has to be funny all the time. It's just beautiful. I can't. I'm just wasting your time saying all this stuff. All you need to do is go read it, because you'll understand my point of view, where I'm coming from. It's beautiful. It's actually beautiful. And how vulnerable Warner is in this book. That's what I wanted to say. Vulnerable. Like, when she comes into his office and he's trying to put the ointment on his back, and he's so insecure about that. Like, you never see that, ever. And he laughs and he smiles in this book, and he breaks down in this book, and he's honest, and he's just beautiful. And I am so sad that I will never be able to read another book about him. I'm so sad that this is the last book, but I mean, I really liked how it ended. You know, happiness and like hope, and they're together. They're just together, and that's just all that I ever wanted in life. Warner and Juliet, Warnerette, my life in a book.